It's Young Hustle in the house. What? You already know how this shit go. Marathon, whoa. Hey, it's Young Hustle when I'm about to make it crack. Got a rollie on my wrist and my city on my back. Shout out the bitches on the stage getting racks. Told her it's a marathon, now she out here running laps. Hey, chip on my shoulder for niggas that hated on us.
Miss Annalie Roca, Madam Foreperson, would you please call this criminal grand jury hearing to order? So ordered. The foreperson, so ordered. Thank you. Please let the record reflect the same number as well as the same grand jurors present at morning's roll call are present. Also present is Deputy District Attorney John McKinney and myself, the grand jury legal advisor. And let's please recall Detective Timmermans. The witness entered the grand jury hearing room. Miss Annalie Roca, go ahead and retake your seat, and then, Madam Foreperson, if you would please remind the witness of his oath. The foreperson, you will recall that you have previously been sworn and are still under oath. Please restate your name. The witness, Thorsten Gebhard Timmermans. Miss Annalie Roca, thank you so much. And sir, did you leave your telephone outside? I did. And you have no recording devices on you, correct? Correct. Thank you so much. Madam Foreperson, with your permission, may Mr. McKinney proceed? The foreperson, yes. Mr. McKinney, all right, thank you. Detective, let me show you grand jury exhibit number 8. Do you recognize what is shown here? The witness, may I flip it up? Miss Annalie Roca, yes. The foreperson, I'm sorry. The witness, it's good. Mrs. Roca, okay. By Mr. McKinney. Grand jury exhibit number 8. Do you recognize that? Yes. What is it? This is a photograph from the inside of the Master Burger, or a still image of the interior of the Master Burger video camera with an individual in the photograph of a person of interest in this case. Alright, let me show you, Miss Annalie Roca. So that's a still from the video that you recovered and downloaded from Master Burger? The witness, yes. A still made from the video? Yes. Okay. By Mr. McKinney. Showing you grand jury exhibit number 22. Do you recognize what's shown here? Yes. What does this exhibit show? This particular image of an enlarged photograph of a portion of an individual of interest, in this case of the person's right hand that appears to be holding a steel revolver. Okay. Miss Annalie Roca, is that also a still from the video? The witness, yes. So it's a still from the video, and then there's an enlarged portion of that that's right in the middle with a circle around it. And what's encapsulated in that circle? Encapsulated in that circle, ma'am, is going to be what appears to be a steel-colored revolver being held in the right hand. Thank you. Go ahead. By Mr. McKinney. All right. Now, you said you also recovered video from 58th Place. Is that correct? Yes. Let me show you grand jury exhibit number 25. Do you recognize what's shown here? Yes. What does it show? This is showing what appears to be a Google image of West 58th Place, and we are with the arrow pointing southward towards a driveway area. Towards the bottom portion of this image is going to be the alleyway in which that will hug the Master Burger at some point. That's just slightly out of view. Okay, so if one were to follow the direction of that arrow down to the bottom of the exhibit, you'd be moving in the direction of the Marathon parking lot, correct? Yes. So what did you do, if anything, at this address on 58th Place? Again, I was canvassing for video, the surrounding area, and I located this location as a potential spot for video that may be relevant to this case. I made contact with the homeowners and reviewed the video footage, and I discovered imagery that was important for this case, and then therefore downloaded that video to provide it to detectives. Did you download video from one camera or more than one? I downloaded from multiple cameras. Okay. Were there two in particular, specifically two cameras? Yes. Were they both cameras affixed to the same property? Yes. All right, let me show you grand jury exhibit number, I think it's 13. No, this is still 12. Okay, so grand jury exhibit number 12 has both video footage from Masterburger and 58th Place. Directing your attention first to what's labeled as Channel 3, do you recognize what's shown here? Yes. What does it, Miss Annalie Roca? So this is, 58th Place, Channel 3, Mr. McKinney. Yes, Miss Annalie Roca. Okay, go ahead. By Mr. McKinney. Can you tell us what this shows? The witness. Yes, this is from the location of where I pulled the video from. You're looking at out the front yard of this place, which covers West 58th Place. There is a white security gate that leads to the driveway. And you can see in the distance of the upper left-hand corner, the image here, what leads to be the alleyway that would eventually lead to the Masterburger Marathon parking lot area. Can you use the pointer to point out that alleyway entrance to us? As you see here, where the red dot is, that is going to be your alleyway that leads towards the Marathon parking lot. Okay, and that's in the upper left-hand corner of the frame. Yes. Let me show you Channel 4. What's labeled as Channel 4 as part of this same exhibit. Do you recognize what's shown here? Yes. What does it show? Channel 4 is covering the length of the driveway of the same property, and as you can see here, at the top portion of the image is going to be the white security gate that leads to the driveway mouth, and then that's West 58th Place just at the top of the view and the alleyway beyond. Okay. And what, if anything, did you see when you viewed channels 3 and 4 at the location that you thought had evidentiary value? I observed a white-colored sedan that matched the descriptions from the Masterburger video in which the individual in question had entered in the passenger side. At some point in this video, the vehicle stages at the mouth of the alleyway leading onto West 58th Place, and then you can observe an individual matching the description of a person of interest in this case enter into said vehicle, and then the vehicle would enter onto West 58th Place heading westbound. Okay, now the other, Miss Annalie Roca. I'm sorry, pardon me. What do you mean by staging? The witness. What I mean by staging is that the vehicle comes to a stop at the mouth of the alleyway, and the driver appears to wait a period of time before a pedestrian on foot would then go towards the vehicle and enter said vehicle, and then both driver and passenger leave the location. Thank you. By Mr. McKinney. The other videos we saw had the time and date stamps visible on the screen. Do you recall those? You testified about the time. Yes. What about this video? This video has, as we look at the screen now, and it's 6 minutes and 20 seconds into this clip, there's a number 4 at the top left corner. Do you recall if the video you downloaded had a time and date stamp? I don't recall at this time. However, when we do a download for video, we have a consent form that is filled out with all of the date and times that I see up on the screen of the particular DVR. A review of the footage may be possible where the timestamps exist. However, when you sometimes convert videos or when you're playing them on different video players, not all of the metadata is processed and displayed upon the screen. This particular video is 11 minutes slow. The times were married up. From my review of the video at the location, and the times marry up from the approximate times from when the Masterburger was played to the amount of times that I saw here on the video. So there was multiple ways in which I was able to verify that the times appeared to be accurate in the play times for the videos that I was reviewing. So we marked those video times on our slips so that we can testify, because not always are the timestamps retained when a video is downloaded. What portion of time of video did you collect from these cameras? Over an hour's worth of video. And can you tell us between what parameters? I have a copy of the slip for the consent form that has the accurate data on it. If I could review that, I could tell you what that would be. Miss Annalie Roca. Would that refresh your recollection? The witness: yes, ma'am. Madam Foreperson, may the witness do so? So ordered. The Foreperson: so ordered. Miss Annalie Roca, do you have it with you here? The witness: I do, ma'am. Okay. Go ahead and review it and let us know when you've refreshed your recollection. Pause in proceedings. Miss Annalie Roca, have you refreshed your recollection? I did, ma'am. Can you answer the question, please? Yes. I downloaded 1425 to 1540, which would be 2:25 to 3:40 p.m. on the 31st of March, by Mr. McKinney. Are those times according to what you noted on the DVR, or after you corrected for the 11-minute discrepancy? That same time encapsulates the difference of time, and it goes beyond the scope of a shooting. For example, so I pulled over an hour and 20 minutes worth of video, and the reason I do that, again, as I was describing earlier, is as new information comes to light, we would have that extra video footage for review. I marked down the times from the system time, and I marked down the times of the actual time in which my watch and my smartphone was giving me, the time in which to review, and then I made a notification on the time slip itself showing an 11-minute discrepancy of it being slow. Okay, I'm going to start this clip at 6 minutes and 19 seconds into the clip that I have marked as this grand jury exhibit, and direct your attention to the top of the screen. Exhibit 12 played, by Mr. McKinney. As we allow this video to play, this appears to be a white vehicle facing the camera in the just at the very end of the alleyway before 58th Place at the top of the screen. Is that the car that you were referring to? Yes. Okay. And the car goes out of view at about 9 minutes and 11 seconds into the clip for this exhibit. Is that the video footage you reviewed when you were at the location? Yes. The other view, channel 4, does that also capture some portion of that white car pulling into the street a bit and then leaving the location on 58th Place? Yes. All right. Thank you, Mr. McKinney. No further questions. Ms. Annalie Roca. Well, what channel was this one? I thought this one was... Mr. McKinney. I'm sorry, channel 4. The other one was channel 3. Thank you. Miss Annalie Roca. Okay. And grand jurors, if you have any questions, please raise your hands so the sergeant at arms can collect them. And while we're doing that, detective, you said that sometimes metadata is not displayed in the copy that it doesn't transfer over? The witness. That is correct. Is there other data that isn't transferred over that affects the accuracy of the video? Not the accuracy of the... Well, accuracy is kind of a broad term, ma'am. So, okay. So, pardon me. So, if you could then explain specifically on this one. When that data didn't transfer over, what else was changed, if anything? It's not so much that information is changed, it's just not displayed. For example, if I have a device that a proprietary player, a native player for a particular DVR system is usually the ideal format in which you would like to play a video. Not all laptops, not all devices when a file is downloaded will work on any particular computer. Could be the operating system, could be what type of window you have on there, could be just the firmware updates that you have on your device. Sometimes those things won't display. So what will happen is you'll have to use a different player, perhaps a generic player that can play that video, but some of that information won't be displayed. It's not as if information has been removed. It's just quality of image may be distorted only because it's having a hard time transferring the metadata file, metadata information, into a viewable image for you and me. So there's nothing being deleted when we're downloading these files, but not all systems are going to be able to display properly on the devices that we carry with us. When you initially watched the video, Were you watching it on the equipment at the location? Yes. And was there any difference that you can tell other than a timestamp between that image, the images on the original, and the images on the copies of all of the videos that you recovered? And you can start with this one. The best way I can answer that, ma'am, is that I can't speak to all of the videos from all of the different types of devices. I'll give you an example. No. I'm sorry. Just the ones that you recovered. Correct. Okay. This video is more grainy than the video I saw on the monitor at the location in which I pulled the video. Okay. It was much more clear than here. However, the video that I'm seeing in an MP4 format can be displayed perhaps with clarity on a different device using a different player. So what I'm trying to say is that I'm not seeing anything lost here. And I hope that kind of answers your question a little bit. But as I remember the video, it was clear when I saw it out at the location, and it appeared clear on my particular laptop when I did a playback of the video than it is right here. The images are right here, and I recognize as the images as the video that I had downloaded, but I cannot speak as to the loss of video quality that is being displayed here for this in this room today. Okay. This is a grand jury question. How far or to what extent did you canvass the area around the location of the shooting to see if there were videos available that captured anything of evidentiary value? In this particular case, I looked at almost 2 blocks worth of video footage in all directions. And in this particular case, the video footage that we initially focused in on was as close as possible to the crime scene, which gathered not only suspect movements, but also routes of travel for the vehicle in question in this matter. Does that mean you go business, 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 home, home, home? Every place is touched and visited to attempt to see if there's video that's available? Yes, to the best of our ability. We do not rule out just because a camera system doesn't seem to look or appear from the outside of quality. My initial way of doing canvassing is to capture what we call the 4 corners. Try to get all the different directions, and then from there zoom in and close in as possible. And in this particular case, we started with the Master Burger because that was the closest we could possibly get to at that time, and then focused in on routes of travel for the vehicle after the fact. And your whole team is doing this, correct? Yes. Okay. Was there another grand jury question, any additional video available that had anything of evidentiary value that you recovered? I located additional video footage, but whether it's of evidentiary value, that would be the detective investigating the case would be able to best describe them, as they have more intimate knowledge on the case. But I grabbed video where I believe it could potentially be possible. Okay, thank you very much. Any additional questions for this witness? Okay, Madam Foreperson, please remind the witness of the admonition. Detective, if you could just push that down carefully. Thank you. The Foreperson, you will recall that you have previously been admonished regarding the secrecy of these proceedings and must heed that admonishment. The witness, yes, I do. Miss Annalie Roca, thank you, Detective. Have a nice day. The witness, thank you. You're excused. The witness exited the grand jury hearing room. Mrs. Annalie Roca, and your next witness is witness number 1, Mr. McKinney. Yes. All right.